Next project up is a set of Murphy bunk beds. So I just picked up everything I need. It's about 15 2x6x8, 5 2x4x8s, and then 4 of these for basically the mattress to sit on. So yeah, I'm gonna try and cut this stuff up. It's only 5:15 at night, but it's starting to get dark already, so I'm gonna try and go to town and get the cutting done on these. Alright, so I've got all my holes pre-drilled and pre-screwed, and I don't know, that took maybe 45 minutes. The 2x4s didn't need any drilling because we're gonna be coming in from this way on them, from these. So yeah, I'm gonna start assembling everything together here, and we'll be on our way. It's coming along nicely though. Hopefully everything lines up. I got these spaced out. 8 is the first one, and that will line right up with the 2x4 on the wall. 39 and 71 1/4. That should be perfect. So we'll put these on. We're going to try this lower level first. We'll put some legs on after I put these hinges on. We're going to do separate legs on each bunk so that they don't have to be down simultaneously, and it won't be as heavy to bring the whole setup up or down. They are heavy, but yeah, they're heavy. They're heavy enough individually is what I'm trying to say. So anyway, we're going to make this happen, and we'll see how it goes. So got kind of a late start this morning. I was up late working on the Murphy beds, and so I want to get coffee going quicker than starting a wood fire. Well, hopefully quicker. Picked up a couple of sternos. I'm gonna give them a try with the coffee pot, and we'll see how long that takes. There we go. Coffee's good. Yeah, it took about just under 20 minutes for that sterno. Of course, I was fumbling with it in the beginning, trying to get it closer to the bottom of the espresso, so it got a little hotter quicker. So really it took probably about 15 minutes, and those are supposed to last about 2 hours. So you could get about 7 or 8 coffee uses out of each one of those canisters, which isn't too bad. They're like $3 a piece. So not bad. And it's nice because you can instead of having to keep refeeding that twig feeder, I was getting some other little stuff done. Coffee tastes the same, still boiled over, so really good. So got a few things to take care of today. Gonna finish up those Murphy beds hopefully, but I got to run in town for a couple supplies for those, return a couple things, run out to the woods and swap out some memory cards and see what we got on them. Hopefully I'll put them on my laptop and see what's going on. Recheck the solar setup a little bit, and then hopefully do some relaxing. Don't have anything crazy planned for a meal tonight, but that could change. But it's a gorgeous day. This is probably the nicest day this stretch so far, and I'm only here a couple more days, so I want to enjoy that. It's a little further along in the day. Just ran into town and got some supplies to finish up the Murphy beds. I might hit those a little bit later since it does get dark out so early. I might even work on those after hours since it's indoors and I'm just trying to be outside as much as possible. So I think I'm going to go for I was thinking about going for a run, but instead I'm going to go for a trash hike, a trash walk along the edge of our property. There's a road that goes right along a good portion of it, so I'm going to grab a few trash bags, and if they happen to get full, I'll just leave them on the side of the road and I'll pick them up later in my car. But haven't really done that since we've had this property, I don't think, so just a couple things here or there, but there's water bottles and beer cans and other random trash, so good day for a walk, plus kind of clean up the property a little bit. Well, went probably not too far, just around the bend from our property's entrance, and already got a bag full. I don't know if I have enough bags. I gotta go way down there around that bend and then even further down, so we'll see how far we get. Well, bag 2 filled. 2 bags and 2 tires, actually 3 tires. Yeah, it's too bad, but making progress anyway, and hopefully that'll keep it fairly clean for a while anyway. I got this 3rd bag full just where our property ended, so perfect. Alright, back to the twin bed frames here. Everything, all the supports are in place. Everything's screwed in except the plywood beds are underlying the mattress. So I'm going to zip those in with some shorter screws. These do have a little bit of spacing here and there. They're not perfectly tight, but I kind of did that intentionally just because I want them to breathe a little bit. Plus, the mattresses, it's a pretty straight answer as far as the standard size, but some places say they're 75 by 38, some say 75 by 39, some say 76 by 40 for standard twin size. So there's just a ½ inch to an inch leeway on each of these for that reason. Good to go. Next step, we'll put the start putting the hinges on. So this is the corner that the Murphy beds are going to go in, the Murphy bunk beds. Over here is the wood burner. This is the far end of the cabin from the main entrance. There's no windows on this outside wall, and the wood burner is a little close, but there's like a foot and a half to work with. And the plan right now is to have something right here or right here that swings open and creates a kind of a boundary, a reflector, and a heat absorber. I mean, we won't be here that often burning wood inside here with a wood burner, but it does happen sometimes. And 18 inches is a little bit too close safety wise. So we'll probably build it like it'll swing out to here. But yeah, so the Murphy beds will go here. The bottom one is gonna land about 5 inches. So this thing is pretty well ready to go. It's got the right elevation. I'm gonna bring it up and we'll see where. It's not that hard. It's nice. That works. Doesn't look bad. Doesn't take a whole lot of room. We're thinking, well, we're gonna do a light chain from here to either here or here, so that you can just throw that loop on. Hopefully it'll be, well, yeah, it'll be pretty tight. Check the heights here so we can get the next one going. We got 53 here. And 53.5 over here. So consistent enough. We're going to do the next bunk the exact same pretty much, except have on either side over here and over here, we're going to shim out another 2x4 width so that those legs will collapse right next to these, and it'll be a separate set as opposed to having to have both bunks up or down at the same time. So, and it would be much more laborious and heavy that way too. So yeah, thought about some different designs, looked at them online. Alright, so I spent the last like 20 or 30 minutes double measuring the height for the upper bunk and the hinges and everything, so hopefully everything lines up. I'm going to prep the drill and have the screws really ready and on hand. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can't put that up. Basically it's going to rest on top of the other one. It's going to be almost flush with it, so we'll see what happens. Alright, so it's getting pretty late in the day. It's about 11 o'clock p.m. and I'm going to try and set this up and see where it ends up. Got the hinges. These are pretty roughed in. They need some work, but I think it'll be enough to get a good idea of where everything's at. Alright, I'm going to hunker down on these braces here. Okay. Now that those braces are in, I feel a lot more confident about being able to get this up above there. So let's give it a go. So everything's lining up here. It's going to take some shimmying, but it's pretty well set. Still needs some work, but that's the general idea. I'm gonna get those hinges done in the walls and double check the height on everything. So I've got the main screws in place. I want to see how this all ends up. So let's go ahead and ooh, a little high. Alright, so I just made those changes to the heights on the top one. That was a pain in the butt. It's a pretty heavy frame, quite laborious, so it was slow going. I had to do one hinge at a time. I gotta make a slight adjustment to the legs on the bottom bunk, but other than that, pretty well set to go now. Let's see how it all lines up. I'll probably also put in a some kind of lifting assist off a joist, or it's kind of heavy and it's high up for the chain, so I got to figure out a better system for that. But otherwise, yep. Let's find that chain here. Let's give it a go here. It's not super tight against the wall, so might change that. But the good news is it's butt up against, it's capable of being butt up against it instead of being up in the ceiling joists, so that's awesome. Let's try to put the bottom one up. Very good. That works.